Okay, hi, welcome to my brain space. Today, we're diving into a very specific source of my historical frustration, the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. Yes, the one bundled with the A Link to the Past remake on Game Boy Advance in 2002. It promised something magical, Zelda but with friends. 4 links, solving puzzles, whacking Ganon's minions together. The hype was real. Nintendo could slap the Triforce on a box and we'd buy it, but this was a whole new way to play. Cooperative Zelda was mind-blowing. Years as the lone hero, now a team of chosen ones. The potential for chaotic, hilarious adventures seemed limitless. But here's where the rant begins. The promise was beautiful. The reality, not so much. It was a fantastic concept wrapped in nearly impossible execution. Nintendo gave us a shiny new toy, then locked it away behind a wall of requirements. My therapist says I should move on, but what does she know about link cables? So let's unpack this emotional baggage together. We're going back to chunky handhelds and questionable fashion choices. Why was 4 Swords both a flash of genius and a soul-crushing logistical failure? This isn't just a game review, it's a therapy session, and you're all invited. Picture this, early 2000s. You've got the GBA port of A Link to the Past, already a masterpiece. But then, on the title screen, 4 swords, 4 links, 4 colors, ready to save Hyrule together. The game tells you team up to rescue Zelda from Vati, standard Zelda, but with a multiplayer twist. The anticipation was sky high. This wasn't a minigame, it was a full co-op adventure. You and up to 3 friends, each controlling a link, solving puzzles designed for teamwork. Pressure plates, giant blocks, classic Zelda, but amplified. The potential for teamwork and hilarious betrayal was immense. Magazines buzzed, forums exploded. We all imagined epic sleepovers, snacks, and hours of dungeon conquering. It was supposed to be the definitive social game, the thing that made you the coolest kid if you could get a full game going. Nintendo crafted the perfect dream, but for most of us, it stayed a dream. Beautiful, tantalizing, unreachable. When you could play, it was a blast adorable art, clever puzzles, fun co-op. Nintendo built the perfect car, but forgot to give us the keys, the gas, the road, or the other 3 people to ride with. For most, 4 Swords was a legend we could only imagine. The dream was real, but so was the disappointment. Let's get technical. How did you actually play 4 Swords? It wasn't as simple as turning on your Game Boy. You needed at least 2 players, no single-player mode, no AI. Step 1, find a friend. Step 2, both need a Game Boy Advance. Not a color, not the old brick. Just the GBA or SP. Step 3, each player needed their own copy of the game. No sharing, no hosting, everyone had to buy in. And then, the final boss, the link cable. 1 cable for 2 players, a special adapter, and more cables for 3 or 4. You'd create a web of wires tethered together, hunched over tiny screens. It was a logistical nightmare, a physical mess. This was the barrier to entry, and it kept almost everyone out. Let's break down the requirements. First, you needed friends, Zelda nerds willing to commit. Finding one was hard. 3, nearly impossible. Second, hardware. The GBA was awesome, but not cheap. You relied on your friends' parents being as generous as yours. Everyone needed their own. It created a weird playground class system. Oh, you want to play 4 Swords? Let's see your GBA. Don't have one? Sorry. Third, the game itself. Every player needed their own cartridge. No download play, no sharing. Nintendo was basically asking a group of kids to spend over $100 just to access one mode. It felt less like a fun feature, more like a marketing scheme. And then, the link cables, always tangled, never long enough, sold separately. You'd sit awkwardly close, worried someone would trip and disconnect everyone. It was high stakes, high anxiety, and the opposite of comfortable. The setup was a mess. Most of us never got past the requirements. The dream of 4 Swords was buried under wires and wallets. Nintendo's vision was brilliant, but the execution was brutal. For most, it was a party we couldn't attend. All these factors created a perfect storm of inaccessibility. Orchestrating a 4 Swords session was a logistical nightmare. Less a game, more a project management exercise. You had to confirm everyone had the right hardware, the game, the cables. The odds of everything aligning were slim to none. Most people never played 4 Swords. They played A Link to the Past, while the other half of the cartridge taunted them. It was a feature advertised on the box, but locked away from most players. It felt like a betrayal, a colorful, charming betrayal. Local multiplayer was supposed to be easy. 1 console, 4 controllers, done. 4 Swords demanded unprecedented commitment from every player. It misunderstood how friends actually played games together. So the Legend of 4 Swords became just that, a legend. For most, it was a digital ghost ship we could see but never board. I've ranted a lot, but let's be clear. The core concept was brilliant. The art style was fantastic, a precursor to Wind Waker's charm. Each Link was expressive, the world bright and inviting. The gameplay for the lucky few was top-notch clever puzzles, true co-op, and a mischievous competitive edge. It was a masterpiece of design, if you could actually play it. What could have saved it? Accessibility. Imagine a single-player mode or AI companions or single-cartridge multiplayer. Any of these would have let millions more experience the game. Four Swords is a lesson. A great idea is worthless if no one can access it. Nintendo learned, later versions were more accessible. But the original GBA version remains a tantalizing glimpse of what could have been. It was a party we were all invited to, but no one could find the address. And that's the real legend of Four Swords.